the point which you just said, self-doubt, we are human beings and we do that time and again, but you said you are able to come out of it, come back, but there is self-doubt not only infused by yourself, but there's a lot of surrounding factors which imply or push you to get into that mindset of self-doubt. And that self-doubt, I always feel it's like a quicksand. It just keeps sucking you in and doesn't let you come out in many ways. And we did share a little bit about compassion and few things, but self-doubt is such a dangerous piece. I have seen in a lot of young and my peer group and my seniors as well, which inhibits success. How do you overcome self-doubt?
So first and foremost, when we say self and doubt, means it's you are doubting yourself. It's got nothing to do with the world.
Okay.
We are very quick to blame the world. And that's one of the first lessons in my journey of transformation. I learned that every choice belongs to me. Every thought belongs to me. Every emotion belongs to me. The world is simply a catalyst, and I can choose whether to get catalyzed by it negatively or positively. It's my frequency which attracts the thought that I want. So it's ultimately, and you called it what? Personal?
Growth transformation.
Yeah, PGT. So it's your personal growth transformation. Once again, the world is a mirror to it. So once I realized that the world is a mirror, it simply means the world is constantly testing me. How much am I impacted by it, and how much do I see it as an opportunity?
Very interesting.
The more I learn to see it as an opportunity and as a mirror, and the more I can grow it, and the more I can harness it, and the more I can harness myself. So the journey of self-doubt, I will take you through the steps it goes. You can say you start with self-doubt, you go to self-awareness, then you go to self-acceptance, then you go to self-love, then you go to self-leadership, self-trust, then self-respect.
Wow. Okay.
It's a full journey of going very step by step. And when you come to self-respect, then really you're standing very much in yourself.
But before you begin and actually respecting your own self, because of self-doubt, there's a lot of negativity which builds in, which doesn't let you take that step too. And, because when you doubt yourself, and it happens to me, and I'm being very candid and being transparent, there's a lot of negativity which builds about my own self. Forget about others and forget about the world. And that negativity kind of pushes you down further and further as you look at things. So, and in a way, what you've been telling, and I'm only answering my question, and you can correct me, is rather than looking the world or looking at yourself in a very negative way, you have to look at it everything in a positive. And I see that in this conversation, you see things in a very positive light, right? Not in the negative light. So, is that the answer?
You said you found your answer in your own question.
Yeah.
So
that's what coaches do, right? Just flipping on this, right? And today, there is this word selfish.
Okay.
But there is another word which is now everybody talking about is self-care.
Yeah.
But people do see, let's say your family, your friends will like, hey, he's selfish. He only cares about himself. What do you say about that?
So it's a balance. Okay. Self-care is critical. Because I think particularly in a society like India, we are taught from a very, the whole familial or the system is to look after others.
Yeah.
Which in a way is a great trait, where we are taught to look outside of ourselves.
Yeah.
But that does not mean we don't look after ourselves. So ultimately it's a balancing game.
Yeah.
Second thing is, we should never forget life is coexistence. I am living in a society. I'm sucking off people.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Okay.
We're all leeches.
We all are thriving, surviving, existing.
Because
Even
of
the
each other.
air I breathe is from the earth.
Yeah.
So I am always existing because of and on something.
Hmm.
So I have to be respectful. If I want to be respected, I have to be respectful. And that means communication.
Hmm.
The biggest mistake we make is expecting the other to understand that I have the right to take care of myself irrespective of what you feel and think.
Okay.
Nothing wrong in taking, you have the right to take care of yourself, but you also owe it to another to take care of their feelings by saying that I'm sorry, I will not be available. Now, if after that sometimes someone feels hurt and bad and expects you, sometimes you just have to let it wash off like a water off a duck's back. Because also, what we need to be mindful is that a lot of that misunderstanding or expectations come because we've built them up earlier.
Yeah.
We've created that mismatch. So when we start withdrawing because of this whole new found realization of self-care,
Yeah.
we are bound to tip the balance.
Hmm.
And you're bound to create chaos.
Okay.
And you're bound to create a mismatch. So you have to be willing to take the consequences. That's what self-leadership is all about. Or living with awareness is, am I willing to A, communicate, B, take the consequences of what I'm up to?
Okay.
And if somebody gets hurt and my relationship suffers, or they give a cutting one, do I have the magnanimity to be either quiet and just live with it? Like there's a concept called shut up and move on, sumo.
Sumo. Okay. I should adopt that. Yeah, if I say sumo, people will think I'm a sumo wrestler with my size. But yeah.
You can't please everybody. See, that's what this journey is about. It's not about always seeking acceptance. Ultimately, that's what you're getting off.
Yeah.
We are so addicted or trapped in this need for acceptance. It's about being accepting and both ways.
Okay.
Accepting yourself and accepting others.
I hope you enjoyed this clip from my podcast series called Masters Decoded. The intention of bringing these clips to you is to allow you to understand some key moments of the conversations I've had with my guest. I would recommend and highly encourage you to listen to the entire podcast, which you can find the link to the podcast in the description below. I look forward to you subscribing to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you can be notified of all the future clips which we keep releasing every week on this channel.